I am here with Zak Orth as we make our great escape into, well, it's not really escape, a great grand entrance. Our sneak entrance, because the doorman is giving us problems. Yeah. How are you, Zak?
I'm good. How are you, Andy?
I'm doing great. Right this way. So, have you ever met Danny, Chris?
I have not.
Me and the gang?
I have not met them.
So how'd they get you to come on the show then? It wasn't their personality that won you over.
No, I mean I could just tell that it was probably going to be worth it.
Okay, all right. Well, I'm not so sure about that. But
all right, well, we'll see.
Speaking from someone who, watches the show day in and day out, so it's hit and miss. It's hit and miss. It depends on how much you're willing to commit, I guess.
Yes.
We got Mitch Fatel on the show today. Do you know him?
I do not.
Yeah, he's a comedian. He's a lot shorter in person.
Shorter in person
than I thought he was going to be.
Than you thought he was going to be. Mm-hmm. Okay.
You're actually taller than I thought you were going to be. Sometimes you never know.
I'm freakishly tall.
Mm-hmm. And I'm 6'2", so.
Yes, and I'm 6 feet.
Mm-hmm.
So.
But I slouch, so.
Right.
It's a hot day, isn't it?
You
got
it's
Starbucks
supposed to be 103. Cap? Yes, I do.
103.
It's supposed to be 103 today. I haven't checked.
103 with wind chill.
Right. It's supposed to. The heat index is 110.
Oh wow. Okay. I didn't know what heat index was until today when I Googled it. Because usually you don't need a heat index.
It's what the humidity makes it feel like.
Mm-hmm.
No, I get very self-conscious. I've tried all of that, and I just feel self-conscious, and I just feel like that is something where I think justifiably that there are people out there that are so much better at it. Michael Showalter, he is 100% responsible for his career. I am not responsible for my career. My career is in his hands. My career is in the hands of people casting directors that make decisions, editors, all of that shit. And I'm sort of okay with that because it's been fun. Yeah. And I haven't had that much to complain about. I've been frustrated and I've been despondent occasionally, but I think Michael Showalter.
See, despondent's a great word. You really have a knack for this.
Oh, thank you. I can't spell it.
Oh, okay.
But and Michael Showalter, he at a certain point said, I don't want this to be in other people's hands. I'm going to engineer my own career.
And you're cool with being in. As long as people, that
drives me nuts. I would go crazy.
But I respect the fact that he knows what he wants and he's good with that.
You're okay with it because you're doing well with it. That's all
exactly.
I
think that's 100%. Yeah. If I were struggling, I would be.
You're right.
I would have to
either, but it wouldn't be good.
Yeah. Exactly. It would be horrible. I'd be struggling and I'd be digging myself deeper by writing.
Just writing these horrible.
Yeah.
Well, that's what happens to us. I mean, we just wrote some stuff. The pedophile Santa play that we wrote, that didn't take off.
It's opening up next year.
It even got turned down by casting.
Yeah, this guy did not.
He didn't even. He came up.
You wrote his pedophile Santa play?
What, he can't type? Look at those knuckles. Are you kidding me? He can't operate a computer? Are you ready in line? He's like Animal from the Muppets. That's why he used to put him on the back mic.
Dave and his sturdy heroin hands.
Drums in the back. That is the rhythm section. Everyone knows.
The life force.
That's right. It's the pulse. I am keeping time. It's important.
You turn projects down?
Sure.
That's how you know you've made it.
Yeah. I mean, yes. I mean, but I would say that.
Have you taken big?
Well, I want to hear what you would say.
Well, I would say that I've gotten to the point where I'm more comfortable saying no to something before the fact, and saying this just isn't for me, or I think this wouldn't be the best use of their time. That was a learning curve. I guess occasionally, I probably said no.
What was the worst acting gig you've ever got?
Oh God.
Like cream spinach commercial.
Well, I did.
I would love to do a cream
I do.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I do a lot of voiceovers now, which is great. But it took about 14, 15 years for it to start to roll into anything that
like, for example?
Toyota Dealers Association. And,
Sounds
can you give us a piece of that?
Oh, I don't know. It's just, where they're like, right now, Lisa, Camry LE for $189 a month.
That's the biggest ad we've ever done.
And
This
stuff like
Toyota
that.
owes us about $400 right now.
Right, exactly. But like when 20 years ago when I was auditioning for that, and they were like, well, you should go in for on-camera stuff as well. And I was like, yeah, I don't know. And I went in for like 12 of them. And not that this is like a huge hardship or anything like that, but I mean, there's like getting a number pinned to your shirt and like saying, okay, now act like an octopus, and you number 23, and
I did not slave for a year and a half at TGI Fridays.
it wasn't. I don't think I had any reason for being insulted by the whole thing. I just was like, this is not for me. Like,
Yeah.
what's the payoff of this?
Oh man, I was an extra once in a Comcast commercial. They put me
And
in
he's
a,
still
in a
bragging
yellow,
about it.
they made me wear a yellow spandex suit with a bright yellow bicycle helmet.
And he's still available for extra work if anybody needs. Do you have a manager and agent?
I have an agent. I've had the same agent since I started.
But no manager.
No manager.
So a manager's almost not important to an actor in a way.
I don't know. I mean, not.
How are you, Zach, and how'd the show go?
I'm fine, thank you, and the show went fine. I hope it was very fun. Very
Fantastic.
enjoyable.
Now you told the guys in there that you're mainly doing, or not mainly doing, but you're doing a lot of voiceover work.
Yeah.
Right. So can you voice over this post interview?
If you gave me coffee.
Like say, or like maybe say, Andy Seif sits down with the Zak Orth, or whatever you do, whatever kind of voiceover
Andy
he simply
Seif
does.
sits down with Zak Orth.
That's your voice? That's your
Well,
voiceover
pretty
voice?
much.
It's pretty good.
Oh, thanks.
I kind of felt like the room tremble. And you
No,
you didn't do that like Morgan Freeman type thing where you
No,
go
no,
deep.
I couldn't
You
pull
just
off
do
the
you
voice
just
of
do
God thing.
yeah.
No, it's
Just
just
serious.
nice, friendly.
Nice,
telling
very
you shit.
yeah, very friendly, very congenial.
Yeah.
But you like the interview?
Yeah, it was fun. It was a good time. I was just relieved we didn't have to talk about swinging.
No sex talk.
No, there was very little, if any, sex talk, which I am grateful for.
And I kind of saw you squirming in your chair when Mitch Fatel was on.
I wasn't squirming in my chair. No, I wasn't squirming in my chair. If anything, I was hoping they were getting it out of their system.
Okay. I think they did.
I think so.
Yeah. All right. The Toyota thing,
To do a Toyota, I can't.
or Honda, or what do you
or do a
what do
Honda?
you drive?
I drive a Jetta.
Jetta. Could you do a voiceover for Jetta?
Right now.
No, I mean just could you? Are you
In my-
comfortable enough with your car?
I do like my car. Yes. I
So would
could-
you do one for free for them just because you love your car so much?
No.
No.
Subscribe to Comical Radio on iTunes.
For more of Zak Orth and all of your other favorite actors and comedians, go to comicalradio.com and subscribe on iTunes.